Hey guys, it's cooking and gist time. In my previous video, I mentioned that I heard four terrifying stories at the salon. You can scroll down my page to see the first story. That I heard four terrifying stories at the salon. Now here is the story number two, a true life story. If you're new here, welcome to my space where I share real life stories from personal real life stories and from stories from personal experience while cooking. This story is about a young lady who worked as a sales rep for her boss. One day after closing the shop, her boss asked her to take out the trash. It was raining heavily that day, and as the young lady went to dispose of the trash, a sudden rush of flood water swept her away. People nearby saw her being carried off by the water and tried to rescue her, but by the time they reached her, it was already too late. The flood had dragged her away with such force that it was impossible to save her. How they were able to find her lifeless body was because a rod in the gutter had caught onto her clothes, keeping her from being completely washed away. It was a tragic sight indeed, according to the narrator. Now, here is where the story takes a heartbreaking turn. When they took her body to the mortuary, they went to inform her parents about the tragedy. As soon as her mother heard the news, she fainted and her father broke down in tears. When the mother finally regained her consciousness, she was inconsolable. Can imagine that. The pain. It hit differently. Through her tears, she began to review a painful family secret. She explained that many years ago, their family had sought help from a river deity in their village. They made a vow to return and offer a cow to the river as a token of gratitude if their request was granted. And their requests were actually granted. They granted their request. But according to the mother, the father kept delaying the promise, even though he had the means to fulfill it. This young lady was the third child to be drawn, leaving only two children out of five. The mother blamed her husband for not keeping their vow, believing that their broken promise was the reason their children were suffering such tragic fates. Well, it was truly heartbreaking in fact, it's truly heartbreaking to see innocent children pay the price for a promise they knew nothing about. So I'm using this moment to plead with anyone who has made a vow to any river, deity or shrine to please fulfill it. If you know someone who is in this situation, encourage them to settle their obligations peacefully and promptly. Don't wait until things get out of control. If you can't keep a promise, it's better not to make it in the first place. Please handle your challenges with faith and seek solutions in a way that align with your beliefs. Sometimes spiritual forces can be unforgiving, and that is why it's best to face your struggle with prayer and trust in God. He will guide you through whatever you're going through. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more stories that inspire and touch the heart. I love you and I'll see you. I love you and I'll see you in my next video.